Leaders say this is key to keeping the peace, which starts with early education for all kids and boarding up vacant homes. The initiative also tackles known gangs and works to retain officers by raising pay. Our Alexandra Goldberg and photojournalist Jessica Farley have the story.
Everybody liked Chucky.
Linda Daughtery carries this lanyard of her brother almost everywhere she goes.
You know, he'd love to make people laugh. He'd give you the shirt off his back if you needed it, and shoes. I mean, he was just that type of person.
Chucky was shot dead in April of 2011. Now, a cold case. The way she remembers that tragic night.
He fell in the doorway and fell in my arms.
Is the same way she described that moment the day after his death.
I'm in my arms. Yes, I did. I was trying to apply the pressure. I'm not an expert or anything, but it looked like whoever did it shot him from behind.
Linda recognizes she's not alone in her pain.
There's been many, many more senseless murders, and it's sad.
And Mayor Craig Greenberg is trying to do something about that. So he unveiled Safe Louisville, a new 5-year crime reduction plan with the goal to reduce violent crime by 15% every year. The mayor said the plan focuses on 3 pillars. 1, prevention, like a focus on early childhood education. 2, intervention, like reaching out to at-risk people, something Linda agrees with.
Kids these days, some of them coming up have it really rough, and they get involved with things that they shouldn't. So I guess it starts at home for real.
In 3, enforcement, including raising LMPD pay.
Mayor, what is new in this plan that we haven't seen in years past? How will folks in the city be safer tomorrow than they were yesterday?
One of the biggest things that is new is just the level of coordination.
Greenberg said that includes all city departments.
Some of the initiatives with respect to ensuring that judges have information that we think that they need so that they can make good decisions when it comes to handing down, dealing with justice issues. That is also a new component of this plan as well.
Linda says community is key.
It's got to be in the community as well, and people in general that really care.
Waiting for closure within her family, but waiting for change, too, in the city. In Louisville, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS11, on your side.
And the crime plan also creates a community safety commission. Mayor Greenberg says they'll receive progress reports on that plan. Also, the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods is being renamed to the Office of Violence Prevention. That's including new leadership. Well, crime in the metro is trending down so far this year in Louisville. 28 people have been killed in homicides, but that's a downward trend when compared to this time last year. There's also been around 30% decrease in assaults and car thefts. And we've got new information on a deadly shooting in New Albany. Police now have a 19-year-old, Andreas Batista, in custody. He's accused of shooting and killing his older brother, Antonio, after an argument and wounding a 70-year-old woman bystander who happened to be out walking her dog at the time. New Albany police say the shooting happened after 8 last night on Wolf Trace, that's just off Grant Line Road in Daisy Lane. Chief Todd Bailey said the bystander was taken to U of L Hospital for treatment. Officers are still working on a motive for that shooting. And Metro Police say a 15-year-old was shot in the hand during what he reported as a robbery. It happened around 7:30 last night in the area of Standiford Plaza Drive and Beeler Way near Hillview. Police say the teen ran home and reported the incident. You're asked to call 574-LMPD with any details that could help police in that case. And the trial for a man accused in a deadly Watterson Expressway shooting pushed back yet again today in court. Fred O'Bannon was killed while working construction, you may remember, on the Watterson Expressway in 2021. The man charged, Keyshawn Stewart, has had his trial put on hold now more than 4 times. O'Bannon's mother has been vocal in the fight for justice. We spoke with her back in 2023 when she expressed frustration with the justice system in her son's case, saying it's prolonging her pain. Now Stewart's trial is being pushed back to August 25th. A gorgeous day it is out in Kentucky, Anna. Wish we were out there enjoying it.
I know. When I was walking into work, I was like, oh, maybe we can take work outside today.
Well, we get to look outside, right?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Definitely taking that dinner break outside later on this evening because we're dealing with lots of sunshine out there. Of course, that sun doesn't set now until the 8 o'clock hour. And temperatures are really pleasant. We're in the 60s all across Kentucky. Wind speeds are a lot lighter compared to yesterday. And though temperatures are running a few degrees degrees below normal. With all the sunshine and lighter winds, it feels quite a bit warmer than yesterday. We are running about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday afternoon, and we will continue to track a warming trend for the end of the week. Satellite and radar, all is dry, just tracking a few clouds off to our north and west that will start to stream in here later on this evening and tonight. And expect those temperatures to drop down into the 50s once the sun sets, eventually down into the 40s by early tomorrow morning. So we will start off our Thursday in the low to mid 40s, topping back out in the mid to upper 60s by the afternoon, with just a few showers possible. They'll be very light if we see anything on Thursday. And we'll talk much more about our rain chances through Easter weekend coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Mallory. It's been a week since the Ohio River floodwaters began receding, and now River Road restaurants are cleaning up that big mess. Our Ian Hardwick and chief photojournalist Philip Murrell got to see the road to reopening today.
Captain's quarters, 1 week after the Ohio River crested. It looks more remodeled than restaurant, but co-owner Andrew Masterson has been through flooding like this before.
2018 is right there, which this one was a foot and a half higher than 2018.
Here he is 1 week ago boating in for a peek at 11 feet of water inside. Before that, he put fresh water there, hoping to keep the flood water out.
The fresh water that we used in here certainly diluted the river water, so we had very little mud in here.
Further up Aaron's Creek at Cunningham's Creek side, the dock is still underwater, and the water at the restaurant got so high it shattered the windows, going all the way up to the awning.
It was right up to the bottom of the letters there.
A whole 2 feet higher than owner Brent George's expectations for the flood. It ruined the removable walls that were left inside. Both businesses, having missed out on Easter, are looking at welcoming customers again come Derby.
They're rooting for us, etc. I can't thank them enough, but it's a thing where, you know, we're doing everything we can to get back open just as soon as possible, not only to serve them, but to put my people back to work.
It's what happens when bottom lines meet water lines. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11, on your side.
And last night, the Diorios in Prospect held a fundraiser for River Road staff put out of work by the flood. You can help by visiting the GoFundMe link on the WHAS11.com homepage. Well, the ATF is hosting an explosives detection training session for K-9 units at the Kentucky Expo Center. National Odor Recognition Testing is a training and evaluation session that actually helps K-9 units at all levels of government practice odor detection in a professional training environment. It helps the dogs better identify explosives and other materials. And at the end of the training and practice sessions, teams can elect to perform the official single blind test administered by the ATF.
Been fortunate to bring some of our lab personnel here to help train on explosives detection and also to recreate the homemade explosives that were recovered in New Orleans on New Year's Day. So that way we're making sure that these K-9 teams are as prepared as they can possibly be for Derby and other events.
ATF conducts about 12 of these sessions a year nationwide for about 500 explosive detection K-9 teams since its inception in September of 2005. More than 6,398 international, federal, state, local, and military K-9 teams have taken part in this training.